in today's video, I'm sharing tips where you can shortlist universities that are absolutely best suited for your profile. And how to do that, I'm going to show you in today's video. Let's get into it. So from my experience, there are 6 factors that you need to keep in mind, right? We'll start with the first one, which is the course that you're interested in studying. Now, most students start with the university rankings. That's definitely not the right approach. You should first select universities based on the courses you want to study and the combinations of subjects you want to take up. The reason I'm saying this is because the same course, MS in CS, is offered differently in different universities, right? They have different research areas, different focus areas, different specializations, and these can, make a lot of difference for you because especially if you're looking to study something really specific. So let me show you this with an example. Let's take the first university, that's University of California, Berkeley, and another university which is Arizona State University. Now for the same MS in CS course, look at the difference in the research areas that they've listed between the two universities. See what I mean? Now because of this, it is important to first select universities based on the course that you want to apply to. On top of this, there are also other things like, choosing an MS in CS versus an engineering. Some courses are, especially if you're looking at courses like business analytics, then business analytics is different from just analytics, is different from data analytics, which is different from data science. So these kinds of nuances are there with universities. So it's very important to keep that in mind to avoid any surprises in the future. Point number 2 that you have to look at is how in sync is your profile with the admission requirements of the university. This is typically a make or break factor for students. What I mean by profile eligibility is that different courses require you to have specific admission eligibility. For example, some may require you to have work experience like business courses. Some may require you to have done an undergraduate in the same discipline, right? If you're changing majors, for example, you studied ECE in your undergrad and you want to go for a specialized course for your master's, or you're shifting from mechanical to CS. These are all situations in which you need to be extra careful and make sure that you're meeting the required admission eligibility criteria. And the last thing, of course, to look at is the test scores, right? Your GRE, GMAT scores, TOEFL, IELTS. Are you passing the bar? Are there any waivers? Do you even need to take the test at all? These are all things that you have to check as the second factor. For international students, one of the most important factors is career opportunities, right? Every international student, it is of utmost importance to look for universities that allow opportunities for you to, get internships, get jobs, do networking with, seniors, alumni, industry leaders, etc. So important to look at universities from that angle and that perspective. When you are shortlisting universities for your course, look at places in the US that are historically well known for that industry. Let me give you an example. Detroit, which is the capital of Michigan, is known as the automobile capital of the world. So if you are interested in studying automobile engineering, why not start your search from Michigan for the courses that you're interested in and in the location that you're interested in. What is the job opportunities like? Look at the salary data. What is the ROI? Most department websites have a PDF or a brochure on the website that gives you this information. If not, you can check out this link that I have added. You will get, statistical information about your particular course and industry. Another way to verify this data is by talking to, of course, your seniors and peers. This is where that networking and connection will come in once you've identified a few places for your course. And of course, you can use the LinkedIn hack as well. Go onto LinkedIn, type the name of the school that you're interested in, go to the alumni section and check out, what alumni who have passed out in the course are doing at this point in time. Otherwise you can also use free tools like Yocket Connect, where you can type in the course that you're interested in, the university that you're interested in, and you will be able to directly DM profiles of students or community mentors on the Yocket app. Number 4 to look at is the whole finance, budgeting, money, living expenses, all of it, right? Most students account for tuition fees, but many of them actually forget to account for living expenses, which typically covers your rent, your food and groceries, transportation, books and supplies, any other personal expenditures that you want to have, eating out with friends, going out, etc. So these are all things that you should budget for. To give you an example here, some cities are typically more expensive than other cities, right? So if you take cities like New York or Boston, they are definitely, the cost of living is much higher as compared to places like Houston or Tucson. So, be sure to check out universities like that. Another thing we should address here is scholarships. Many universities, particularly those that are high volumes of international students coming in, tend to offer a lot of benefits like fee waivers or research assistantships. So be on the lookout for those as well. University rankings. So it is important to look at university rankings, but I'm placing it in the placing it at the 5th position among the top 6 factors. The reason is because it is more important to find universities that have courses of your interest that offer high ROI without breaking your budget, and then look at rankings within that as compared to just looking at rankings overall, because one, it feels really impossible to achieve certain admission standards for top universities. MIT, Stanford, Caltech, typically you will find that they are in the top 3 for all departments, for all courses, but it is not realistic to start from there. So better to start from this approach. Another tip that I have for you when looking at university rankings is to look at department rankings as opposed to overall university rankings. Yes, you can look at overall university rankings, you can keep that information with you, but while taking a decision, definitely look at department rankings, because those are different from overall university rankings, and this will help you find the real gems, where it is the good mix between good coursework and affordable at the same time. An easy way to shortcut this whole process without spending hours on Google is to use free tools like Yocket Explore. You can select whatever criteria that's applicable to you, course, country, rank, etc. Sort by popularity or sort by tuition fees, and look down at a whole list of universities that are applicable for you. Better yet, if you want universities that are super personalized for your profile, then check out Yocket's College Finder. This will ask you for some profile details, and our AI-based algorithm will do the remaining work. It will give you universities not just that are suitable for your profile, but also group it based on your admit chances, from ambitious, moderate, safe. So you have an idea as to what your admit chances are as well. Last but not the least is weather. Now, studying in the US and particularly studying masters is tedious, and it requires you to put your best foot forward. If you are not able to adjust to the climate and the surroundings, you will not be able to do that. So it is very important to factor in weather also while shortlisting universities. Let me give you an example. Students who want to study supply chain management typically choose Minnesota because it has a vast manufacturing-based economy. But Minnesota is also one of the coldest states in the US, with temperatures dropping up to -10 in November, December. And not to mention, if it's a bad year, typically bad winter, then temperatures are even lower. So these are things to be prepared for when you plan to study in a country outside your own. If you like this video, you know what to do. Hit like, share, subscribe, hit the bell notification, because I will be answering more such common application-based questions every week. Be sure to subscribe so that you don't miss out. Until I see you in a new video, and next time, this is Shruti signing off. Ta-da!